Welcome to Dee's Media World. Today we'll be doing episode 8 in my Inuyasha reviewed series, The Toad Who Would Be Prince. And if you have not seen the episode, I will definitely have it listed below in the description box so you guys can watch it first and then see my opinions about it. So this episode kind of begins with Kagome recapping kind of what happened in the last episode with Shishomaru, how Inuyasha has his own weapon now, and he uses it to protect humans. Not stuff you already know. Like, if you've seen the last episode, you already saw what happened. She's just easily recapping what happened. The episode kind of begins with Kagome in a swimsuit, just playing in the water, not doing nothing, like just playing in the water. I have no idea why she's doing this, but she is. And Myoga, even though he's a flea, still finds Kagome attractive. And there's this joke, him going down there to see Kagome, and Inuyasha sees like this blur pass, and he goes down there, and Myoga's like, "Oh, you are naughty," or "You're a naughty boy after all." Something. It was really funny. I'm surprised Myoga's still here in this episode, so that's good to see. It's good to see him. The monkey, it actually turns out to be a monkey, and it steals Kagome's clothes. And Nobunaga was actually trying to get the monkey to get him food, but he got him his clothes. And Nobunaga actually takes what looks like Kagome's bra out and is like, what the heck is this? That's funny too. That's cute. Inuyasha finds him, and it was pretty much about to beat him up, but Nobunaga was like, oh, I was just looking for food. Kagome gets him food. She thinks he's Oda Nobunaga, which some famous guy, and it turns out he's actually Amari Nobunaga, and he's not as while he's noble, he's very clumsy. He's a clumsy noble guy. They end up following him, and then long story short, there really isn't a lot going on in this episode. So long story short, they find out that the village that Nobunaga's from it's been taking young girls, and those young girls haven't been returned to the castle where Princess Tuyu, which they keep saying her name a lot in this episode, where she lives. And they go there to try to figure out what's going on and everything, and we find out Nobunaga, he finds the princess. Well, he thinks it's like the princess, but it's a stupid joke where he thinks the princess is old or whatever, is old, but she's not. So this episode's okay overall. Like, what happens next, I don't even want to like fully describe everything, because it's clear, like, yeah, it's the Toad Demon. The one thing I will say about the Toad Demon and the husband, the Princess Tuyu's husband, is that he's so obviously shaped like a toad, and no one found this weird. Like, it's not like the husband's shaped like a toad. Like, if that was the joke at the end of the episode, that he was shaped like a toad too, and that's why, no one found it strange that he looked different, then that would have been hilarious. But he actually looks like a really nerdy, goofy guy. He looks like a regular guy for the most part. So I was hoping when I first saw this episode, I was hoping that would have been kind of the joke. Nobunaga's in love with the princess, and if that isn't obvious, then Kagome even says something like, "Oh, I knew it. You're in love with the princess." He's like, "What? I thought that was a secret," or "I thought, is it obvious?" Something like that. But long story short, Nobunaga tells Inuyasha to not kill the toad, because the prince is actually still in the toad, or he has a human heart, basically. And Inuyasha at this point in the show is still kind of not cold-blooded, but he's still, he's not going to just sit there and say, "Oh, I wonder if there's another way to get out of this." No, he wants to do it now. He wants to move on, like kill the guy if that's what it takes, and so we can move on with our lives. Now, and Kagome, really Nobunaga was like, I don't want to kill him, even after he gets stabbed, right, surprisingly not through the chest, because obviously they want the character to live, but he gets stabbed through the shoulder, and he still doesn't want him to kill the prince, because he knows that the prince is actually still alive inside the Toad Demon. Myoga actually helps out a little bit in this episode, and after Inuyasha is like, "Well, fine, I won't help you. I won't help at all," and he sits there. It kind of makes me laugh that Nobunaga, after he gets stabbed, he tells Kagome, "Get the princess out of here." And Nobunaga, and then she's like, "Okay," and she takes the princess. I found that hilarious, because normally Kagome would be like, "No, I'll stay by you," or "I'll stay by you," but it actually made sense in this case, because the Toad Demon isn't really that intimidating. And that's kind of what makes the episode sillier, is like, yeah, in this show, you're gonna see even worse demons than that. So it's kind of funny that it's not taken so seriously. So Kagome pretty much fought the demon, and she used her hairspray and fire to get rid of him. So that was cool. Um, the there's Nobunaga, even though he's in love with the princess, basically saved the princess's husband so she could return to him and stuff, which I liked because that's realistic. Like, yeah, you could say he was in the friend zone or something, but not really, because he never. She was a princess and he was what she. They made a joke, or like she remembered how he used to fall and trip and act a fool basically on accident. She wasn't seeing him in that way at all. And I guess you kind of could say they were friends, but it makes sense in this context that he doesn't get the girl because she was already married and she's a princess. Would he even been able to marry her anyway? That's actually, it's like, even though he's in love with her, he's just gonna have to move on. It's kind of what the end of the story is. The end, they say itch it, and I remember back when I first saw this episode, I was like, did I hear that correctly? They said itch it, and I even looked it up just now because I hadn't heard the word in a while, and it actually is a word, and it is idiot basically, but it's like even worse than calling someone an idiot because you don't even think they could understand that you call them an idiot or something like that. So overall, this episode's okay. There's nothing that special about it. It is a filler episode, and I'm gonna do a video after a couple more of these filler episodes talking about what is filler in Inuyasha. The whole purpose, I think, of this episode was take a break from the serious stuff a little bit. You know, because since we started, it's been boom, 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 boom. You know, Inuyasha meets Kagome. Inuyasha and Kagome have to fight. Like, this is silly. This is supposed to be comedy. The little monkey on Nobunaga's head, who is like a show monkey or something. Like, it's a weird monkey. You know, the cute monkey, that's for jokes. The whole episode isn't supposed to be taken seriously. You're not really concerned about Kagome and Inuyasha getting out of this one or anything like that. It's just fun. And this also is the last episode before we get to another member of the group being added to the show. The next episode is Shippo, Enter Shippo. So I'm looking forward to that, watching that and reviewing that episode. I think this episode's cute. It's rewatchable. I wasn't sure. I remembered this episode, but I just didn't remember when it happened, and I thought it was later. But obviously, it's episode 8. So overall, I think it's a cute episode. Tell me what you guys think about it. And let me know in the description box, in the comment section. See you later.